Hey, how's it going, peoples, and welcome to a new little tutorial thingy that I'm going to be doing. I've seen on YouTube a lot of tutorials for how to make games, and you can make games in things called engines. Like the powerful engine that I use is called Unity, right here. Yeah, this thing. It's a very powerful engine and it's very diverse, and you can do a lot of things with it. Now, I see a lot of tutorials on YouTube on how to make games, mainly first-person shooters, things like that. Now, I feel bad for saying this, but most of those tutorials are really, really bad. Like, really, really bad. But there is a couple good tutorials, and there is a couple good tutorials, and those are the ones that I've learned to use. Like, that's how I got started with Unity, and thanks to those tutorials, I'm now a somewhat decent game developer. I wouldn't call myself a pro. Go with my cafe. I wouldn't call myself a pro, but I mean, you know what? It got me on my feet, and I felt like the lack of good games, I mean, not good games, good tutorials on the internet is very limited. So this tutorial is going to be dedicated to showing you how to use Unity, a program called Unity, Blender, and another program, and Paint.net, and another program called GIMP, which I don't have installed right now. And basically GIMP is what we're going to be using to texture. Whoops. My God. Whoops. We're going to be using that to texture our map, to texture everything. Now, and we're going to be using Paint.net. Paint.net we're going to be using to make the GUI, the HUD, all that sort of stuff, for the first-person shooter. Now, hopefully, I don't know exactly where this is going to go. It's either going to go in the direction of a multiplayer first-person shooter or a single-player first-person shooter with AI. I don't know for sure. So let's start off by opening up Unity. You're going to want to install Unity off this website, off unity3d.com, and I highly recommend downloading Unity 5. Unity 5 is so much better. There's so much, like, it's gorgeous. No, but seriously, Unity 5, there's so many features. Just use it, please. So you're just going to want to hit the Get Unity button, hit free download, click download installer, additional downloads. Yeah, if you have a 32-bit PC, download the 32-bit version. If you have a 64-bit PC like me, download the 64-bit version. Anyway, so once you've downloaded, just install it, go through the whole thing, and yeah. Why did I close that? Next, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to Google Paint.net. Oh, no, go to getpaint.net. And then this website will come up. Just click this button. And then click .pdn. And then click this button right here. And that'll download Paint.net for you. And then, last program, you're going to want to download a program called Blender. So blender.org. Click download Blender 2.74. Click the installer, because that's easier. 64-bit, 32-bit. Just click any one of these links, depending on your operating system. And there you go. And then, finally, I'm going to show, we're going to download GIMP. I actually don't have GIMP, so I'm going to download that. So just hit download, go to gimp.org, download it. Just hit download GIMP, and then it'll download. It's a torrent. Why is it a torrent? It's a torrent. That's kind of weird. Anyways, cancel that. Cancel that. Just download gimp.org. Oh, what? Bruh. Brazil, Germany. This is so weird. What the hell? I'll be right back. Well, I'm kind of really stupid. um, you just needed to hit this link right here, and then that would download it. So it'll download GIMP, 2.8.14 setup. That's the version that I'm gonna be using. You can use whatever version this tutorial should apply. For most of it. We're not gonna be using GIMP until we actually start texturing our game. So for a while, we're not going to be using it for a while. So let's just download GIMP. Okay, hit install, and then just let it start installing. So I'm going to minimize that. I'm going to close out of Google Chrome. So let's start off by opening up Unity and getting you familiar with the interface, because I feel like that's always important. So Unity, open up. If you're wondering why I have a... Okay, so first of all, let me start off by giving you a quick little preview of what our game might end up looking like. It'll look somewhat like this. Oh my god. Whoops. This is actually eating up all my SSD speed. So, yeah. Close that. Close Firefox. I don't want you right now. No. Firefox. Not using you. Okay. So, if you load up, so as you can see here, we have a somewhat decent map. I'm planning. This game is going to be a multiplayer, free-to-play first-person shooter that I'm working on. It is still really, 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 really early in development. So don't be asking for a release date. I'm actually currently just working on getting some developers to help me. I'm not really looking. I'm looking for one programmer, and a modeler. But we already have a programmer and a modeler. We just really desperately need an animator. That's the only thing keeping us back from, holding us back from creating an actual character and arms to reload with. Right now it just looks like this. See, it drops the character. It drops the character. Yeah. And then you see it like shoots and stuff. But let me deminimize this. If you look here, you can see it's really just a blob moving around. See, look. Yeah, see, you can see. So let me get you familiar with Unity, with the Unity interface. Okay. So the GIMP setup wizard has finished, and you should... No. If you could search it, just Google. I mean, not Google. Just search GIMP, and then like drag it. No, don't drag it. Go over here. Program files. No, not here. Maybe it's in program files. Yeah, here's GIMP. And then like go. Nope. Either way, don't open it yet. Whatever. So I'm getting really sidetracked. Sorry. Just my ADD kicking in. Let me start off by getting you familiar with its interface. So here you have a scene view. I've actually split this up. When you open up Unity, it'll look like this. Somewhat. I've split this up. The way you do this is there's little tabs here, okay? And these tabs you can just like drag them off. You can make it its own separate window like this. Or you could put it here. And these are really awesome because they make Unity highly customizable. You can customize it. Oops. Oh my god, what the heck? You can customize it however you want. Like you can drag this, put it here. But I'm not gonna, because that's not how I like my thing to be. Oh, it's really big. Here you have the scene view. The scene view is basically like move things around, edit things, stuff like that. You can like drag around, this is like, just think of this as the development god mode sort of thing. So, yeah. You can drag around by right clicking, like you can look around, see. You can pan around here with middle mouse. You can select by just clicking, or you can do a box select by doing this. Or you, what else can you do? If you want to, like, actually, let me talk, okay. This is the game view, where this is like where you can run your game, test it. You just hit run. You can test it. I actually have this on by accident. See, you can like test your game. I don't know why I have maximize on play on. Anyway, that's kind of weird. There's settings for this here where you can like mute audio, bring up your stats, you know, gizmos. What is gizmos? Yeah, all these things. Or you can make it maximize on play, so when you hit play, it maximizes, as you just saw. And then there's, you see there's this. Yeah, there's like settings, you can make it look however you want, like, yeah, anyways. So now that you know what these two are, let me introduce you to the hierarchy. The hierarchy is very, 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 very important. And why do I say it's important? Why is it important? Why is it important? Well, I shall tell you why it is important. I'm so weird. It's important because it's like, it's the core, it's sort of like the core of your game where everything sort of comes together. The hierarchy is, okay, so what are some things you can do in the hierarchy? With the hierarchy, you can select things in your world. This is basically everything in your worlds. Although, I did not mean to do that. This is everything that is in your world right now. In the scene view, this is everything that's in the world. Everything here is in the hierarchy. Okay? So instead of like, if you have a really, really massive game, and you have like hundreds of objects, instead of going and searching, oh, where did I put that object? Was it here? Or was it here? Or was it here? And stuff like that? No. You could just, go to the hierarchy. If it's that big, like off the page, you can search up things like hi, although I have nothing called hi. You can like search up that. See, it comes up here. Anyways, so you can select things. You can delete things off the map. So if I hit delete right now, see, everything becomes dark because I just deleted my light. You can add things here, which spawns it in the world. Although I just recommend going into the scene view, looking at where you want to put it in, and then just like dragging it in. There you go. You know, it shows up in the hierarchy. What else can you do with the hierarchy? With the hierarchy, also, if you can't like find a certain thing, you can click on it here, hit F, and it'll zoom. You have to click on it, bring your mouse over here, and then hit F. So like if I were to go over here, I click it, F, nothing happens. I bring mouse here, F, it zooms in. You see how it works? Cool, right? Yeah, so cool. Alright, so you can drag objects into here and then drag them back here to make them prefabs, and I'll get into prefabs a bit later. You could just do so many things. It's awesome. The hierarchy is amazing. You can create new things. There's a bunch of ways of creating things. You could right click, create, and then create whatever you want here. You can click the create button here, create whatever you want here, but that spawns it in the world. Not here. Just spawns it in the folder that you like. It creates it in the folder that you have. You have, what else do you have? Yeah, you can click file. No, you can click edit, No, oh my god, I'm so smart. You click assets. God, I'm so dumb. You click assets, create, and then create whatever you want. I'll let you guys like explore this, and yeah, like, yeah. Here, game object, you can create empty. I'll get into why you might want to create empties later. So I'll let you guys explore these things here. Now the console is kind of straightforward. Any errors or bugs that happen in your game or any warnings when you click run will show up in the console, hopefully. Oops. See? It starts showing up here. So, and then you could just hit clear. Always make sure you hit clear on play and collapse. Those help so much. Because if you get like 100 of the same error, collapse makes it just into one error, and then over here tells you how many of it you got. Or clear on play, you have 100, click play, they all get removed, you know? You could always just hit clear. Oops, clear, or whatever. Here, this is your project thing, and the project thing is what I'm going to call it. The project thing, this is technical terms, like very, very, like, computer sciencey stuff, you know. Here, you can it's basically like a file explorer. Why did I do that? Oh my god. I'm gonna have to hit Control Z and undo all that. Good god. Oh my god! See? Control Z. Yeah, oh my god, what did I do? Player stuff. Photon Union networking. Don't be that. Don't be that way. And then drag that back in here. Oh. Seriously? Come on. I always do this. I don't know why I always do this. Be careful, guys. Don't be that guy who does this and just wastes all their time. It's annoying. Okay, there you go. So where was I? It's basically a file explorer. You can drag things from here into the world. Like I could do this, or not, because these are just materials. You can't drag materials. It has to be an actual thing. Like I could drag this into there or something. I don't know. So you could just do whatever you want. Why is this in a prefabs folder? That's so weird. Prefabs. Okay. Where's the scenes though? I had a scene here. Okay. There's a search bar over here. That's so weird. Anyways, so you could just do stuff in here. It's really straightforward, so I think you guys are smart enough to get it. Here is the inspector where it shows all the items attached to an object. So my gun has scripts attached to it. It has a mesh collider, which is off because it needs a mesh collider. Actually, wait, what would happen if I did turn on the mesh collider? I doubt anything would happen. Yeah, nothing happens. Anyways, so you have a mesh collider here. It's cool. So that's the basic GUI. I mean, yeah, that's the basic GUI of Unity. Pretty straightforward. Leave any questions that if you're confused about anything in the comment section below. So let me start off by creating a new project. So hit File, New Project, and then let's just type this like, I don't know, YouTube FPS tut. I don't know why my tut is in lowercase, but it seems like everyone does that. So make sure it's 3D, not 2D. Because 2D you can make a shooter, but it's just use 3D. Unity was meant to be a 3D game engine, not a 2D. So hit create project, save. Well, don't hit save because you won't really have anything, but see, there's our project right there. YouTube FPS tutorial. Right there, see, it's core. So if it wants to load up, what is that? That is weird. So, first thing you're gonna be greeted with, empty project. Whoa, oh my god. Bruh, I'm not used to an empty project. It's scary. It's scary. So, what you're gonna want to do first, well, you guys are probably gonna be greeted with like import assets and stuff like that. You're gonna want to import assets, but you know, do nothing, like skip that, and then come over here to assets, hit import package, and then hit characters, just characters, and then it'll start decompressing it, and it'll import it into your project, and it should show up here in the assets folder. Just hit import. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. So if it would load like any day now, this is recording, right? Yep, it's recording. All right, 16 minutes. All right, so hurry up and load. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. I like it, come on. I'm gonna stop singing. I'm a horrible singer. Why did I sing that? What is wrong with me? I am messed up. So you'll get this editor folder. I don't really like to mess with these. I just leave it. It's cool. It's our friend. Alright, homie. Just leave it, yo. So you'll get two folders, editor and standard assets. So open up standard assets. Keep all the folders in here. You'll need cross-platform input if you want to make it like if you want to like release this for, I don't know, like iOS or Android or something. But characters is what we're gonna be using. So go to assets, right click, hit create folder. I just messed that up actually. Control C. Okay. So assets, new folder. Let me just delete that. Don't name it new folder. Assets, create folder. If it would load up. Where's my folder at? Yo. Folder. There. Now name it player, I guess, or whatever. So open up player. Right click in player. Click create folder, and name this folder resources. I think that's how you spell resources. Yeah, that's how you spell resources. So you're gonna want to name this folder resources because it's hard to explain. Just name it resources, and let's go on with the tutorial. Actually, that would be a bad tutorial. And the reason you want to name it resources is because we're using the standard character that comes with Unity because it's just amazing. Called FPS controller. You're gonna want to take that, just drag it into resources. Now, the reason we're naming it resources is because a lot of times, if this does become a multiplayer thing, we're gonna have spawn spots. Now, spawn spots, the way we're gonna spawn things is in code terms. Let me simplify this. There's going to be a thing. We're going to take it, spawn it in our world at that exact location, at the spawn spots, right? But how does it know where we're gonna want it needs to take the object from? So basically, we're gonna tell the computer, take the object from player, resources, because the default is resources, and just take that and put it in the world at the spawn spot. When they die, or when they first run into the game. Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. So, that's all there is to it, really. Unity just likes the resources folder a lot. Like, they need to get together or something. Seriously, it's weird. Anyways, so to start off by deleting this main camera. For now. Now, we just have an empty world. In the next episode, what we're going to be doing, we're going to be dragging our player into the world. We're going to be using Blender, this thing here, if it would open up. We're going to be using Blender. Come on, don't get this to me. We're going to be using Blender to create our level. And we're also going to be using Blender to create our weapon and all that kind of cool stuff. So, that's basically what we're going to do. So, I also have OCD. So that's what we're going to be doing in the next tutorial. Stay tuned. Make sure you're awesome. And happy coding. Or modeling. Or whatever you're doing. This is a coding tutorial. Like, this is going to be mainly focused on coding. Because I'm really bad at modeling. If you want some Blender basic tutorial. A really basic Blender tutorial. Just follow this. Because this will teach you all the essential basics for game development. So, say goodbye to Mr. Sun, and I will see you